Coming up. Coach Rhoades, a couple of years in, you had time to establish some inroads and all in recruiting. How much improvement are you? Because you've gone through some coaching, some staffing changes also, but recruiting is still the lifeblood of anybody's program, and so
I'm excited where we're at in recruiting. We've had 2 good classes in a row. We had a good first class before we even coached 1 game, and this freshman class that's in there now, it's a bigger class, but I really like it. And we finally have some depth in our program. We got a full roster, and even though we have 9 freshmen and sophomores, the talent level is better. We filled our needs of what we needed, and I really like the basketball talent we have, and these guys are committed to Rice, and then they're excited to play for us and our style. So, we're trending in the right direction. Now it's time to step on the court, even though we're a young team, and produce and get things done. One
of the things, since I've covered a lot of schools, the recruiting at Rice is different. You got to associate the academics first and then basketball second. It's the total opposite of where you could do at anywhere else. But it works in you all's favor just because kids understand that coming in when you walk through the door, the parent says, okay, I know my kid is going to get an education. Now the only thing on the kid's mind, and you and I both know because that's just who they are. What basketball going to do for me? Well, once they get there, they understand. Oh, my academics is going to take care of all of this.
Well, we look for basketball talent first, and then the next question we ask is, are they good students? And if they are, those are kids we're going after. We want guys that are basketball players that appreciate and respect and work really hard in the classroom. So that's what makes the a great decision to come to Rice, is that you can play college basketball at a high level. And if you want to pursue basketball outside of after Rice, you can do that at a place like Rice, because we've had a lot of people before I got there do it, and a couple of guys that have been there are doing it. You could do that at Rice, but when it's over with and your 4 years are up, you have a Rice degree that nobody can take away from you for the rest of your life, and you can put that to use. And if you have a basketball career after Rice in your 4 years, great. If you do really well in that, great. But no matter what, if you graduate from Rice, you have a 4-year degree from one of the world's best universities. That's a pretty good setup. But basketball talent, that's number one. When we're going after players, we want guys that are ballers. We want guys that love basketball as much as I do, and our staff and other players on our team. But they also respect a great degree from a place like Rice, and that's where we can offer the best of both worlds.
Staffing changes. How many?
Yeah, on our staff we had Carlin Hartman. He got offered a job with Lon Kruger, Coach Kruger at Oklahoma. He's on the staff there. He's the only assistant of our assistants that has left. So we replaced him with Brent Scott, who we just retired his jersey at Rice this past season. When he graduated, he was all-time leading scorer and rebounder at Rice, and had a 16-year pro career, a couple years in the NBA, and some great years in Europe. So we're really excited to have Brent, and he's a guy that knows Rice, succeeded at Rice on and off the court. He can share a lot of experiences with our guys. When coaches tell players, I know exactly what you're going through, well, when he says it to our guys, it hits home because it's the truth, it's real.
Non-conference schedule. Everybody, you always make an attempt to play a lot of different styles so guys can get accustomed to not seeing the same thing every night, and that way they won't get complacent. But the basketball IQ goes up. Talk about the non-conference.
Yeah, we're excited. We have a lot of home games in non-conference, but we go on the road to Pitt from the ACC, which is a really tough place to play. And my philosophy is we want to make sure we play somewhere on the road that's tougher than any road venue in a conference play. So we were going there, and we're going to Texas Tech, which is a tough place to play. And then Coach Beard is going to have a very good squad this year. But we're playing Texas Southern, we're playing Delaware State, we play Stephen F. Austin in December at our place in Tudor Fieldhouse. It will be a really tough game, and so I'm really excited about our out-of-conference games plus some home games that are going to fill up Tudor Fieldhouse and get our students out and so forth. And as we continue to build our program and our brand, we want to get as many people from the city of Houston as well as our students on campus to be a part of it. It's huge to us.
Also, where it is, this conference now, it looks a lot better than it did when you first got in, when you first came into the conference. Top to bottom, a lot more competition. Teams are a lot more prepared to play on the road. Because one of the coaches says we can all play at home, but when it's on the road, when you got to get it done, you got to get some things done.
Yeah, I wish all the games half the games weren't on the road. It'd be nice, but it's top to bottom. The league has gotten better. There's some really good coaches in this league, without a doubt. There's a lot of really good players in this league that could play at so many different conferences in our country. But it's just how it goes. We all know what we're signing up for, and there's no guarantee wins, but you want to play. This is a basketball conference. It has some really good teams, and they've done very well in the NCAA tournament. Now we got to get multiple teams in it, and as we continue to rise from top to bottom in our league and get better, especially out of conference success, it will only help our league. I think our league is vastly underrated. You can see by our best teams how well they're doing in March in the tournament and some other tournaments. So we just got to continue our part, and we got to do our part at Rice and win out of conference and help elevate our program.
The one thing that's going on, especially the last 3 or 4 years, nobody's been able to hold on to the top spot year to year. Everybody's come in and they've won the regular season, made it to the championship game, in the tournament, lost in the tournament, but every year it's somebody else has stepped up and said, I'm not going to let you just,
Yeah, our league has so much parity, and as we all know, March Madness and conference tournaments brings out the best in everybody, including that team that took a couple on the chin early in the year or late in the year, or somebody that was in first got knocked out the last couple of weeks of first place, and they come into the tournament roaring, and you never know. And I always say with the 3-point shot, and the team gets a little hot on the right weekend, anything can happen, and we've seen that in our league. And we've had some really good conference regular season champions not make the NCAA tournament because somebody else knocked them off in the conference tournament. But that's the fun of March Madness and conference tournament play, and I hope we're involved in that as we move along.
One of the you talk about having that bright light situation. Last year in the tournament, Michigan State gets knocked off. How proud were you when that happened? As far as the conference,
I was so excited for our conference, but especially for Coach Davis, because he does it the right way. He's such a good coach. His players get better all the time. They play so hard. You want somebody to represent your conference in front of the world the right way with class and teamwork, and he does that. He does it the right way, and for him to be, in last March to be represent our conference the way he did was pretty neat, and we were cheering for him. Our whole team was cheering for Middle Tennessee State because they definitely deserved it.
Is there anything? Practice has been going on now for about a week and a half. Anybody stood out so far?
No, I really like our freshman group. They're still freshmen; they're figuring it out. But Aiko Adams is a point guard from Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the WCAC conference, which gets those players ready for college play, and he's a guy that's going to really help us right from the start. He's a very talented guard with a chip on his shoulder, and we have a couple other freshmen that are doing well, Tim Harrison and Corey Douglas and Austin Meyer. So I'm really excited about our young guys. Even though they're going to learn the hard way, we're going to throw them in the fire. I'm happy Quez Letcher Ellis from Houston. Quez has done a great job of getting himself ready for this season. So he and Marcus Evans, Marcus Jackson, and Chad Lott are both back from injury. They were out all of last season. So we finally have some depth. We finally have a full roster, so we can play a lot faster and be even more aggressive than we have been.
Is there anything else I hadn't asked about that's going on campus at Rice University that's creating buzz and all right now?
No, our basketball team is really excited for the season. I think people on campus are really excited for our season, and we're going to do the best we can to get all our students out. And I keep trying to tell our students that for an hour and a half, for 2 hours on 1 or 2 times a week for the next 4 months, 5 months, come out, leave your books in your room, come out, blow some steam off, yell at the other team, and have some fun doing that. And that's the buzz we're trying to create. It's on campus now, and it's my job to keep promoting it, and it's our players' job to promote it by playing well, playing exciting style, and winning games.
All right, Coach Rhoades,
Appreciate it,
thank you
man.
for your time.
Appreciate you.